Today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about a new poll out of the New Hampshire Senate. I wanted to go over this just because I thought it was, an interesting poll and needed to be discussed. And I think that it provides a lot of implications for how people and Republicans will do in the Senate in 2022. Obviously, it's this New Hampshire Senate poll of Chris Sununu versus Maggie Hassan. I'm just going to click on that poll because it is one of the first polls we have, but there have been polls out before. Now, what we have seen, and I've seen a lot of election prediction videos, I watch obviously a lot of other channels, and they always seem to tilt, or not all of them, but some of the big ones, usually the bigger ones, seem to tilt New Hampshire, and sometimes even put it in leaned Democrat. Obviously, I'm talking about the bigger channels like LTE. And, he may be right, but when I look at these polls, NEPO, when I look at these polls and I see new poll out by St. Anselm. Obviously, it's been UNH, University of New Hampshire, and St. Anselm, whatever you like, whatever it's called. And all of them have had Sununu up, some of them more so than others. Obviously, the St. poll seems to be more leaning right than UNH. I don't understand why it is always tilt or lean blue. I've continued to put the New Hampshire Senate poll at a tilt red state. I believe I put it at lean red once. Chris Sununu is a popular governor in New Hampshire. He has a very good shot, if he decides to run in 2022, of taking that seat. And that will be very helpful for Republicans in the Senate and could possibly lead to them getting a majority. Now, what we have talked about and what I talk about and what everybody talks about is that, unfortunately, Republicans did not get the best Senate map for 2022. Obviously, it would have been better if they had gotten the 2018 Senate map, which the Democrats luckily got during the blue wave election. If it was the 2018 Senate map, then the Republicans would have the opportunity to flip Joe Manchin's seat in West Virginia, and obviously this would have been a red wave election. They would have a very good opportunity to flip John Tester's seat in Montana, Sherrod Brown's seat in Ohio, Debbie Stabenow's seat in Michigan, Tammy Baldwin's seat in Wisconsin, Tina Smith's seat in Minnesota. They would have had the opportunity to flip many of these races, and that Pennsylvania race. I'm not entirely sure who holds that. I know that Lou Barletta went up against the candidate, but I forgot their name. But they don't have that map. And if they won all those races, then they would be at like 57 seats, and that'd be very good. And they would have that shot to do so, but obviously, that's not the race. It's a 2022 map. And unfortunately, there are very few incumbent Democrat senators in states that Republicans have the best shot at winning. However, New Hampshire, Republicans do. Maggie Hassan only won in 2016 by 0.2% against, I forgot the person who ran, I think it was Kelly Ayotte who ran against her. The other states that Republicans have a chance at are Georgia, I think would be the second best state. Herschel Walker, obviously, announcing the campaign, or he filed his paperwork against the incumbent senator of Georgia, Raphael Warnock. Raphael Warnock won that race against, I forgot what her name is, the female senator from Georgia. And I don't think that she was the best candidate, frankly, for the Georgia Senate. And I think that even somebody with Walker in Georgia is actually going to be a benefit to the Republicans because really they've had establishment candidates there. So I think Georgia's the second best race. Then we move over to really the final two races that have a shot, which is Arizona with Mark Kelly and possibly New Hampshire. I mean, not New Hampshire, Nevada. So, and I don't really know. I don't really think, we haven't seen any polls out, but I don't really think Arizona and Nevada will flip red. They could, but I don't know because they've been trending to the left, and Nevada very rare. It's a close state, but it does not usually pick Republicans, similar to Florida and Democrats at the moment. North Carolina, the one state that Republicans have the best shot to get the majority. They'd have to hold on to all of their races, and the two hardest ones for them would be and will be in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Red wave year, and the states are trending in the correct directions for them. So if they held on and they won New Hampshire, then they would be looking very good for 2022 in the Senate, possibly a 51-49 majority. But then obviously you have to remember that Republican senators tend to be not as holding the line as the Democrat senators, in the sense that You have people that are not always on board with the party. You have people like Susan Collins, who is more of a, I mean, she's a very liberal Republican who you could even consider, I mean, you wouldn't consider her a Democrat, but even more of an independent. You have people like Lisa Murkowski, Mitt Romney, who, I mean, I called him a liberal Democrat. I know somebody commented he's really, I mean, a liberal Republican. Somebody commented he really isn't a liberal Republican, and that's true. He is a Republican. He has Republican values. He just hates Donald Trump, and I think that his animosity towards Donald Trump will, in the long term, very much harm the party for the Republicans. But that is another branch of the party, the Never Trumpers, the Susan Collins, the more independents, the Murkowski, kind of a mix of the Never Trumper, and you got Ben Sass, the Never Trumper, and you have a few more, Bill Cassidy, and a few of them, and then you have some more of the Republicans who really want to go out and be and at least try to negotiate with the Democrats, like Lindsey Graham. But the thing is, if they get the 51 seats, it's going to be a lot harder for for Democrats like Joe Biden to nominate Supreme Court justices. If Stephen Breyer retires, it would be in his best interest to retire within the year. And even if Sonia Sotomayor, who is 66 years old, I believe she's going on 67 years, it may be, excuse me, I think it just updated, it may be in her best interest to retire from the Supreme Court. Obviously, that she'll have to make that decision. But if the Democrats lose the Senate and the Republicans win back the presidency, Sonia Sotomayor actually is 67. If the Republicans win back the presidency, and Stephen Breyer's 83, then, she'll have to stay on the court, essentially, because then if she steps down, Republicans in the Republican Senate and the Republican president nominate a conservative justice, then that's what will happen. But anyway, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, and then you'll get a conservative on the court. I just wanted to talk about these new polls out of Sununu. Sununu obviously looking very strong in New Hampshire. I think that he will win the race against Maggie Hassan. He'll obviously be the Republican nominee should he run. And he got lucky politically, and he made a smart political decision, and he's going to make a smart political decision, I believe, and win this race against Maggie Hassan, which will help the Republicans out. They'll just need to hold on to Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like the channel, please make sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment if you disagree with anything that I said. Obviously, I'll do my best to get back to you, as I always do. And I really appreciate everything. We're at 129 subscribers, 71 away from 200, and I'm going to keep it up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.